Okay, so what we have here, this weird little stanchion, is that, if I can get it to stand up again, that is all of the parts assembled for what is called a hydraulic ram pump. Now, these, what they're good for is if you have a water source like a creek or a slough that when it rains has water running down it, you run the water into either a cap that's going through the slough into a capture vessel or via a pipe into this pump. And what will happen is the water comes in the pump, hits this valve, and starts coming out the valve until the flap in it closes. When the flap closes, it opens the flap in this valve and fills the pressure tank. But since there's no outlet, it actually compresses the air. That air compression can only go so far, and once it hits a certain point, it'll slam the valve in here shut. At which point, since the pressure's been removed, this valve will open back up and then slam shut again, and it just repeats that cycle. As the pressure builds in this here to around 22 to 30 psi, it'll eventually start pushing it out the outlet here. Now, as proof that gravity's not doing anything, this whole system right now is open, and that's the outlet. I have the outlet going up through the white hose, around and up the ladder. And you'll notice, oh, is there enough water? Yeah, there isn't really enough water in there to prove that. So here, let's fix that. Well, let's try to fix that without getting completely and utterly soaked. I'm going to set the phone down for a moment. Set the phone down for a moment. Open this valve. Okay, right now I'm filling the bucket. And this is just to show you a proof in concept. What I would do in actual application is I would take this bucket and put it in my slough. So that way when it rains, the water goes into the bucket, in turn running this pump. And then I can pump that water anywhere I want. Okay, so as you see, we are wide open. The waste valve, is now dumping water, and we aren't going anywhere. I mean, we're just wasting all of that water. Now, if I have this set up with where my slough is, that means all I'm doing is pushing the water back into the slough, so, which then goes to the pond. I'm not out anything. Okay, so I'm just going to drop this in here and hope I can get it to stay. Hang on. Okay, so you see, whoa, that is not hooked to anything in the bucket. Okay, wastewater just closed. Now what's happening right now is it is attempting to backflow. So I need to put the phone down so I can shut the water off. Okay, water is off. With that closed, it isn't going to do anything because we haven't gotten enough pressure here yet. So what I do is I pop it, it pops, and I do this a few times. And you'll see I'm losing a lot of water really quick. I'm kinking the hose here. This is going to allow the pressure to build up in the tube. I just let this go for a little bit, and then slowly open the hose, and there we go. That is the full system. What this can be used for is to capture rainwater off of my whole property that goes down the slough over here, to fill rain barrels that are up here. But of course, as you see, I don't have much water. You know, playing around with 5 gallons doesn't let this show too much. But I am taking water and moving it from 3.5 feet to over 6. I think that's a success.